Monster Mash.
I love the singer of that song. He's the first 84 Karloff, so yeah. Can't help but love it.
All right, welcome back to the show, folks. Just having a little All Hallows Eve of fun here tonight. And if you'd like to be a part of the show, the phone number is still the same, even though we are in the crypt tonight. 407-774-8255. All right. Once again, come on out and join us at the Taste of in the Park, and that's going to be a great event, great organization, and it's it's cool to help out things like that. All right, I'm going to get back into a little bit of politics type news here. Thank you, folks, for being with us. That's right, we're coming to you from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. Don't forget, for the very best in Mercury Free dental care, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399. Don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. Now, we were talking earlier about the debate and the debate format and the moderators. We shall see. I think a lot of it, though, has to do with the format. We've been talking about the moderators, but the format could use a whole lot of improvement, too. And we shall see what comes out of the next week or so. As I said, the campaigns for Trump, Carson, Bobby Jindal, and Lindsey Graham are getting together this weekend, and perhaps by now other campaigns as well, to make, shall we say, demands on the debate committee or whoever makes the decisions on the format.
Yeah, reading the RNC, the Riot Act, basically, and say, look, we've got to start getting these people to toe the line and we can accomplish something here.
Yeah, exactly.
And eventually, it's going to get into where you can actually have a manageable debate. Because having 10 or 12 people on a dais and trying to debate is really kind of ludicrous.
It is. And it wouldn't matter how much time you have there.
They should call these things like infomercials for the candidates or something other than a debate, because they're not debates.
Yeah. Way back before they even started debates, I think Michael Medved had a great idea in terms of that. And that would be that you would have like 2 or 3 groups. Back then we had, 16, 17 candidates, so you'd have 5 or 6 in each group.
Right.
And it could be randomly chosen, or you could do it by polls, however you want to do it, but you reduce the size of the groups.
Right.
And that way you actually get perhaps some more substantive debate. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out of this renegotiating, if you will. In the meantime, Jeb, there's I guess there's talking papers or a plan or whatever that's been revealed from the Jeb Bush campaign as to what their plans are going forward. They want to try to hold out through Iowa and New Hampshire and make his comeback in the South, in particular here in Florida. And obviously, if Jeb Bush, and I think Marco Rubio too, if either one of them loses the state of Florida, and obviously one of them is going to, their campaign is over. If you can't win your own home state, what good are you, right?
Pretty much.
And so the Jeb campaign is talking about going negative on Marco Rubio and actually bringing up the Jim Greer scandal. Do you remember Jim Greer?
I remember Jim.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Republican.
Yeah, he went to prison.
He was such a scum when he was in.
Yeah.
He really was. I don't think it changed as he got out, but
I believe Charlie Crist is the one who made him the head of the Republican Party of Florida back at the time. And at the time, Marco Rubio was in the Florida House. I think he was Speaker. And he and a lot of other people got, shall we say, a little stained by the Jim Greer affair. Jim Greer was basically stealing money from the Republican Party. They had these credit cards where they would go out and buy a bunch of stuff, spend a bunch of stuff, traveling, having a lot of, grand old time, going to golf courses and doing all this stuff. And Jim Greer, as a matter of fact, Jim Greer has written a book about it. I haven't read the book, but Jim Greer ended up being the fall guy who went to prison. But as it turns out, a lot of them were kind of in on it. Now, how much Marco Rubio knew, he certainly had one of these credit cards. He certainly used it, and he certainly ended up paying some money back. Be prepared that is going to be made an issue. And in a way, I hate to say it, but in a way, Jeb Bush bringing that up is kind of doing Marco a favor.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats are waiting to pounce on this.
Without a doubt.
I guarantee you. So this will give Marco an opportunity to, shall we say, put the issue to rest, or at least prepare his defense for when the Democrats come at him on this, should he make it that far in the campaign. And to get back to Al's call earlier, this is kind of part of the primary process, and the Republicans haven't been so very good at this, and that is to weed out candidates who have, shall we say, big vulnerabilities. And this perhaps is, perhaps it's not. My recollection is that Marco didn't use his card very much, that he thought it was just a part of, for lack of a better word, the perks of the job.
Right.
And that when he found out what was going on, he got rid of it, and he paid back what he had done on it.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that they get you when you're new.
Yeah, exactly.
And they say, oh, by the way, since you're now in this position, this is what your predecessor had. So here, you take this and use it as you see fit,
Yeah.
or whatever it is you want.
Yeah.
And then after you ranked up X amount of dollars, they go, oh, by the way,
Yeah, right.
we've got something coming up in the House we want you to vote such a way on.
Exactly.
You know, and it's the, you know, the little hook that's inside that bait. That once you, it depends on how deep you swallow it.
Yeah.
Because how deeply it becomes anchored.
Yeah.
And apparently Marco didn't bite too hard on it, and he was able to go, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Kind of spit it out.
I'm done. No, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
You know, before it went bad.
Yeah, but a number of other Republicans didn't fare quite as well.
Yeah, and to be, you know, completely upright on this, Jim Greer didn't really go to prison. He went to a forestry camp.
I thought it was
over in Tampa, he went to a nice little posh, you know.
So it's like a minimum security institution. Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, let's.
I guess he found time to write a book about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, right?
You know, so. You know, yeah.
Right,
you know, what they did to us, and there was a lot of, you know, stuff going on in the local party where there's still people that were, you know, supposedly affiliated. They're still, you know, hanging around in some way, shape.
In the meantime, Jeff is still sticking his foot in his mouth, going around talking about it. He's telling us now he's a doer, not a talker.